Hey, this is Kim Reads Urantia. So I'm here to read to you from the Urantia book. And okay. So yeah, first I'm going to read a little bit from Light the Flame by Andrew Harvey. Okay, and this is April. Here we go. Yeah, I didn't even look this up today. Oh, Marcus Aurelius, Roman Emperor. Yep. When was, see, I didn't even look this up today. I totally forgot to look it up. Marcus Aurelius was Roman Emperor. In philosopher, he was Roman Emperor from 161 to 180 AD. And yeah, so he was a Roman Emperor and philosopher. Okay. Starts out with a slam. Okay. How ridiculous and unrealistic is the human being who is astonished in this life. Do with me anything, O gods, but do not make me one of these. He says, O gods, plural, because of course, you know, they believed in the Roman pantheon there in that time. People who are astonished in this life. Okay. I don't know. What do you mean by that? So you shouldn't be astonished in this life. You should be credulous. You shouldn't be blown away by life. Sometimes I feel blown away by life. I'm going to look up the word astonished. You know what astonished means, but right. Okay. Greatly surprised or impressed or amazed. Okay. So, okay. I'm taking that. Why are you so impressed with earthly things, with things that are in this life? The process of life is amazing. Cell biology, DNA, stuff like that is freaking wild. I love that. The stars and the, you know, cosmos and things in this life, the way a tree can grow from a tiny little seed, all that's to me, that's astonishing. I think he means that people who are impressed with, you know, with wealth and goods and that's what I'm gonna take it to me. Of course, I don't know. Okay, with worldly things. Yeah, I got designer clothes on, so what, you know? No, I don't. I have a sloth. Okay, a sloth that is really a good sloth. I feel like it is. Okay. Now I'm going to read from the Urantia book, The Central and Super Universes. Part 1, The Universal Father. Paper 1. Paper 1, I'm just going to read, not part 1. Yeah, this is part 1, paper 1, The Universal Father. I'm just going to read through the introduction here. The Universal Father is the God of all creation, the first source and center of all things and beings. First, think of God as a creator, then as a controller, and lastly, as an infinite upholder. The truth about the Universal Father had begun to dawn upon mankind when the prophet said, "You, God, are alone. There is none beside you. You have created the heaven and the heaven of heavens with all their hosts. You preserve and control them. By the sons of God were the universes made." By the Creator sons. The Creator covers himself with light as with a garment and stretches out the heavens as a curtain. Okay, this is in quotes. So this is I'm not sure which scripture this is from, but it is scriptural. It's probably it's biblical. It's probably from Genesis. You know what? I was never really into the Bible. I tried for a while. I got through Exodus, I think. And I've read parts of the New Testament. I know the New Testament kind of, yeah, but I like this. This is so much better, richer, in-depth stuff. So much better. Okay. That's such a beautiful image. The Creator covers himself with light as with a garment and stretches out the heavens as a curtain. Only the concept of the universal Father, one God in the place of many gods, enabled mortal man to comprehend the Father as divine creator and infinite controller. The myriads of planetary systems were all made to be eventually inhabited by many different types of intelligent creatures, beings who could know God, receive the divine affection, and love him in return. So it's no accident that life came, that intelligent life came. These places were made, our planets are made for habitation, for this to happen. God created the heavens and formed the earth. He established the universe and created this world not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited, just what I said. Okay? The enlightened worlds all recognize and worship the universal Father, the eternal maker and infinite upholder of all creation. The will creatures of universe upon universe have embarked upon the long, long paradise journey. The fascinating struggle of the eternal adventure of attaining God the Father. The transcendent goal of the children of time is to find the eternal God, to comprehend the divine nature, to recognize the universal Father. God-knowing creatures have only one supreme ambition, just one consuming desire, and that is to become, as they are in their spheres, like him as he is in his paradise perfection of personality and in his universal sphere of righteous supremacy. Okay, I've struggled with this a little bit. I'm not sure I want to be like God sometimes. I like being God's child, but I don't know. I feel insecure when I think of I have to be like God. That means I have to be kind of responsible for all this stuff, and it's all my, that kind of freaks me out sometimes. I want to always have God taking care of everything. So so I don't know, but that's just according to God's will. If I'm ready to do that, I suppose I'll do it. It's just like I'm just one of these people that are really hesitant to grow up. I never wanted to leave college. I was so scared to go out and get a job. I didn't want to leave home. All those things. Okay, so I struggle with that. That's just me, though. Okay, from the universal Father who inhabits eternity, there has gone forth the supreme mandate: be you perfect, even as I am perfect. In love and mercy, the messengers of paradise have carried this divine exhortation down through the ages and out through the universes, even to such lowly animal origin creatures as the human races of Urantia. Yeah, it's like me. I go like, yeah, but then if I'm perfect, then I'm never going to get a break. Everybody's going to have such expectations of me. And it's like, I'm always trying to play stupid to get around that. And that's been probably one of my primary weaknesses, that, you know, to screw it up once in a while just so that I can know that I have that option or something. Okay, but that's a weakness, and I have to overcome that. And just I know what's right. I have someone in my life now who is just has very high standards in that department, and for themselves, and I have to measure up to that. Okay, this magnificent and universal injunction to strive for the attainment of the perfection of divinity is the first duty and should be the highest ambition of all the struggling creation of the God of perfection. This possibility of the attainment of divine perfection is the final and certain destiny of all man's eternal spiritual progress. Okay, I'll accept that and go forward. I have to be perfect. I'm trying. Maybe I should wear a little makeup here on the show and do my hair or something. I don't know. I have to try to do better. See, that's what I equate like perfection with, like physical, superficial kind of perfection. But that's not it. And I have to then I have to correct myself and say, it doesn't have to do with that. It has to do with your inside, with your actions, with your right. Yeah. Doesn't have to do with how good I clean my house or how I look and stuff like that. It doesn't have to do with that. God's perfection is more like being totally open, sincere, being 100% yourself, your best self. Right. People trying to be their best self on superficial levels get messed up with Botox and things like this. And I have this, I don't want to be artificial. Okay, I'm talking too much about myself today. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, Urantia mortals can hardly hope to be perfect in the infinite sense. Thank God. Thank you. I don't have to be infinitely perfect. But it is entirely possible for human beings, starting out as they do on this planet, to attain the supernal and divine goal which the infinite God has set for mortal man. Okay, so God is always going to be above us. That's what I'm getting, because we can't be perfect in the infinite sense like God is, but we have to strive to attain this divine goal which the infinite God has set for mortal man. Okay, I can do it. And when they do achieve this destiny, they will, in all that pertains to self-realization and mind attainment, be just as replete in their sphere of divine perfection as God himself is in his sphere of infinity and eternity. Okay, so I can have my little realm of perfection, like my own thing that I know everything about, that I have fulfillment, that I can completely fulfill my little part of the destiny of infinity thing. Yeah. So I have my own sphere. Yeah, perfection. Such perfection may not be universal in the material sense, but unlimited and unlimited in intellectual grasp. It may not be universal in the material sense, unlimited. It's not unlimited in intellectual grasp or final in spiritual experience, but it is final and complete in all finite aspects of divinity will. Okay, and perfection of personality, motivation, and God consciousness. So I will have perfection. We will have perfection in God consciousness. So I'll be always Every step I take, I'll feel connected to God. Now it's like sometimes I'm in and out of like communication with God, it's kind of like I open the channels and then it's like, okay, then I close the channels and I get mad or something, or I get in a bad mood, and then I'm like, okay, but no, I'll be always open in that channel, that God consciousness, and I will be able to perfectly know divine will. I'll be complete in finite aspects of divinity will. Okay, but it may not be unlimited. It not be so that I can always grow and have perfection. It's not static in terms of universal in the material sense. Okay, I think we can still grow like a bubble can grow, right? And but I'll be connected with God in this perfect demonstration of God's will. I don't want to reach a point where I feel confined and then I'm not able to grow. That's something else that I don't like, but I think this philosophy allows for continual growth and more experience and more understanding here, and we'll be collaborating and making things so that we can understand them and have more, so it's expansive that way. But like a bubble can be perfectly round, you can also have a bubble that's bigger, that's perfectly round. I'm going to leave that there. Okay, good. I'm going to keep reading the last paragraph. Okay. This is the true meaning of that divine command. Be you perfect, even as I am perfect. Whichever urges mortal man onward and beckons him inward in that long and fascinating struggle for the attainment of higher and higher levels of spiritual values and true universe meanings. The sublime search for the God of universes is the supreme adventure of the inhabitants of all the worlds of time and space. Wonderful. Fabulous. Okay. Good. Good. I'm going to let you go. I thought that was great. Okay. All right. You have a good one. We'll see you next time. Okay. Bye.